Okay, welcome back to my little patch. Just doing a final review on my second attempt of this cheap 7 egg incubator. I don't know. Second attempt now. I've tried to make the changes that I learned from the first video. One of them was using this digital thermometer just to constantly check the temperature inside it. Because I found out on my first attempt that the temperature there and what was going on in there wasn't the same. On my second attempt, if you see my previous video, you'll see that when I turned it back on the second time, or in this latest attempt, this read 38 and this was saying 38. A couple of days later, because I just assumed that it was right, so I didn't bother checking it again. But then a couple of days later, I decided to have a check, and it had gone back down to 37.6. So then I ended up putting this back to my original, which was 38.5, which kept it at 38. And I kept checking it from then on to make sure it maintained that temperature. I found using that was much easier than the actual egg holder that comes with it. I could only fit 5 eggs in there, and they were very tight. So if you go for your larger chicken eggs, I'm pretty sure you'll be struggling to fit. You could probably get away with 4, but I reckon 3 would probably be more comfortable. That's my opinion anyway. I am going to try it one more time, only because on day 18, when it tells you to reduce the temperature to 37.5, I think that's why they're dying, or they're not hatching beyond that point, because everything seems to be fine right up to day 18. And then on day 18, when I reduce the temperature and I'm playing around with the temperature trying to get it right, according to this, because I know that's wrong, from then onwards is where I'm having my issues. So I'm losing, I had 5 of them at day 18, all fully developed, moving around. Yeah, everything was going fine up till day 18. Then day 18, when I reduced the temperature, on hatch day, it was a day late, that was yesterday. Yesterday was day 22. Only one started pipping the night before and got through, and then he got halfway out and he died overnight. So when I woke up in the morning, he was already gone, but he did manage to get halfway out. And then I had no movement, nothing happening with the other ones. So I candled them, and you could see that there was nothing happening. But they hadn't moved, nothing had changed from day 18, pretty much. So I'm going to try one more go with this. Except on day 18, I'm not going to reduce the temperature. I'm going to leave it. Only because, my theory is anyway, in nature, I don't know if the hen reduces her body temperature on day 18. Yeah, I don't know how they do it in nature. I'm pretty sure that they just sit on the egg until they hatch. So that's my theory anyway. Just going off the menu, the pamphlet that came with this, and watching everyone else's videos, they all say the same thing. You got to reduce the temperature on day 18 to hatch day. I think that's where this unit fails from, reducing it by that whole temperature, or half a degree. I think that's where they're failing. So I am going to give it one more crack. Otherwise, I'll probably look at buying another unit. At the moment, it's just, you're grabbing eggs from the backyard and chuck them in there. And 21-day experiment, see how you go. So that's what I'm going to do. One more go. Hopefully that works. So I'm trying to eliminate all the problems that I've had in the last 2 videos now, and that's the only issue I've got now. I've pretty much worked out the temperature isn't right. The egg holder doesn't work. I've worked out that the fan that's in there is just a little fan that just pushes the heat out. It doesn't actually do anything other than that. Like I said, when you take the lid off and the temperature is going down, you don't hear the fan building up speed to try and get the temp up. It just sits at the same, the fan runs at the same speed. The noise doesn't increase, or you can't hear the motor revving out, the fan revving out to try and get that temp back up. So I'm pretty sure all it does is just circulate the air, the hot air that's in there. So if you can limit the amount of times you open and close the lid, I think that would help as well. I know you've got to open it at least once a day to fill that up with water. And it has to be done every day, because if you leave it for 2 days, you'll have absolutely no water in there. And you have to fill it to the top, because even after 1 day, half of it will be dry as a bone and the other half will have just a little bit, but it gives you the illusion that there is water in there, and there actually isn't. And I find that if you use a dropper and you put it on one side, the other side, and then in the middle, it fills up evenly. If you put it on one side, it just tends to fill up because there's like a ditch point in the middle, and the water seems to pull up more there and on one side, and the other side's got nothing. So make sure I fill up on 3 points just to make sure, and I only open it once in the morning, and that's it. Because I find the more you open it and close it, that's always going to come straight back up. I've had that go down to, where I've had the lid off for a little bit of time, and it goes down to like 27. And then I'll put the lid on, and within 2 seconds, it's back up to, over 38, and that can't be right, because once you've opened it, you've pretty much you've let all the heat out. And like I said, I know that fan isn't doing anything, pretty much. It's just circulating the air. So for that to heat up in a couple of seconds back up to 38 degrees, I don't believe that at all. So I'm going to try it again, and at day 18, because I seem to have no issues getting them from day 1 to day 18, and this time I didn't lose any eggs. I had 5 at 18. My first attempt, I had 5. On day 18, I was down to 4, so I only lost 1. So everything's working fine up to day 18. And then from 18 to hatch day is where this unit seems to be failing. So, like I said, on my next attempt, I'm not going to reduce the temperature down to 37.5. I'm going to fill it up with water, like it says, because you can't control the humidity on this. But I'm going to leave it at 38 and see how it goes. Okay, so I hope some of that helps somebody. So thanks for watching my video, and if you watch my next attempt, hopefully we'll get some success then. Alright, thank you.